Welcome back, everybody. Today's review, the ID115 HR heart rate monitoring fitness tracker. Got this from Banggood.com. It's worth $35. I'll put the link up. I also have an affiliate link. As you can see, it comes in a variety of colors. It does a step pedometer, sleep monitor, SMS alert, and a heart rate monitor. It comes in a nice little box. The box is a little beat up just from the shipping. Most things that I get from Banggood come in a just in an envelope. There is the user guide. Software available for Android and iOS. Quick start guide. Just your basics on how to use it. There's not tons to it. It only has a single button on the bottom, and you can step down through. You can put it into a remote camera mode and a couple other things using the app, and it also has a sports mode. There is the English manual, and on this side the Chinese manual. But overall, a fairly decent manual. If you can't figure anything out, that's basically the manual. But you may notice it's not in the package, and that's because it is on my wrist. I have been wearing it constantly since I got it, and it seems to be holding up quite well, so I'll show you that next. Here it is here. I guess I should take my McDonald's sticker off there. So there it is there. You can see on the back that it has two LEDs and the sensor there. It's a fairly beefy band on it. I was surprised at how well this holds up. You may notice here, though, that the frosted coating is starting to wear down to a shiny coating. And actually on one corner here, you can see it's starting to show through that copper alloy color that you get in a lot of metal things from China. There. So this is just a pushed-in piece of metal, but it has two little retaining rings to help it stay in. Pull that out to show you. See there, two little rings, one to hold it in the positive strap and one to hold it in the other side. There, and it has a little indent for it. Put that back in. Now, to recharge this, you notice there's no contacts on it at all. So the recharge is actually, you pull off this end here, and this plugs into a standard USB port or something like a USB power bank. See, it turns on to charge. So, like I said, it only has the one button. I've actually had this mistaken for a fitbit because it is quite a nice little unit. So here's the one button. It does have the gesture awake, so if you have it on your wrist and lift it up, it will turn on. I have not found that to be super reliable. I often either find it delays or I have to hit the button. Sometimes when I go to hit the button, it comes on and I end up switching to the heart rate function. One tap brings it up. You can see it's Bluetooth connected, the battery status, the date, the day, the date, and the time. And you can switch it to the other direction in the app. One tap brings you up to the heart rate monitoring. You can see the lights are now on, and it'll give you your pulse. This is the sports mode. You have to hold the button down to go into sports mode. This is how many steps you've taken during the day. And you notice down the bottom here, the little dots. This is from your goals for the day. Let's see if I can zoom that in a bit. I actually had the camera kind of mounted upside down, so it's kind of hard to see here. All right, so here's the date, the heart rate, sports mode, and then here is your goals for the day are in the bottom, and this is how many steps you've taken. This is the distance you've traveled. This is the number of calories you've burned. And then this is the amount of minutes you've been doing activity. And then you're back to the time. The app is actually a nice little app. Just bring it up here. It's called FitPro. Let's go to the main home page here. You can see now it's connected and syncing right here. Okay, so it's finishing up syncing there. This is the amount of steps that I've taken and the percentage of the goal at this point in the day. And then you can see calories, mileage, and activity duration. Click on here and it'll bring up the graph for your activities during the day, where you've done most of your activities. This is the sleep monitoring through the night if you have that activated, and also has a nice graph. You notice that there's some white sections here. This is where I was awake during the night when one of my children woke up and had a bad dream or that sort of thing. Dark blue is deep sleep. It's the best kind, and then you have light blue, which is light sleep, and those numbers are down here as well. This is your heart rate. Now, it's not going to pick up anything right now because it's not on my wrist. Oops. Because it's not on my wrist, but if you tap on it, you'll get your graph of where your heart rate was during the day. Also, your resting heart rate, average heart rate, and your max. Go back to details. Now, this is your tracking for over time. So this is for this week. Activities, average distance, average steps, average calories. It's twice it's done that. Not sure why it's doing that. It hadn't been doing that all along. But you can tap up here and change it to month and year. Back to week. Also do that for sleep, week, month, and year. And also for your heart rate, week, month, and year. You have your device details here. Is all when it was the battery status, the app version, firmware version, when it was last synced. Call alert, you can turn that on or off. Sedentary alert, which is if you're sitting still for too long, it will vibrate and let you know. Alarm alert, so you can set an alarm on it. I have not found that to be too useful. SNS is actually all your different messaging services. So you can have it for SMS and then all these other different things. It can send you alerts. Camera shooting. So now you'll notice that the watch has come up with the camera button. It's its own camera app. So I pointed over here parts of my little lab, and I can take a picture. Let's hold. So it's now taking pictures every time I do that. See? 3, 2, 1, take a picture. Okay, so we'll back out of that. And then you have heart rate detection. You can set this up to be automatically or not. Wrist sense. That's where it senses when you move your wrist up to look at the time. Like I said, that kind of works, but not always. And then you have also in here in more. That's going to take its time. Let's go back here into device, more. Alright, so we have a problem with that section now. Must be the latest update to this program. It's causing a little bit of trouble with that section. In there is where you can set which angle you're going to have this set at. Try it one more time. No. So apparently that section is now broken in the app. Now I have not had that trouble before. It's been working quite well. I do enjoy how easily it works and how accurate it is. It does seem to be very accurate in its ability to measure how many steps I've taken. Show you the last section here. This is your user section. Target setting, personal info, and your system settings. And you can also let it work with Google Fit. That was another reason I picked this particular watch, because it allowed me to interface with Google Fit. So here you have your unit setting and start of the day. All right. Battery life on this seems to be very good. I charge it for about 2 hours. I tried measuring the battery capacity using my battery capacity tester. Unfortunately, it draws power so slowly it wasn't registering in my battery tester. But it does take 2 to 3 hours to charge when it's down to 20%. At 20%, it just goes to a battery icon on there. It won't tell you exactly how much power you have left or the time or anything, and you'll have to recharge it so you don't lose data. But it does take 2 to 3 hours to charge, and it'll last about a week. We'll just give you a quick weight on it here. All right, so there you go. The ID115 HR fitness tracker bracelet. I think it looks great, very effective, lasts a good long time, seems to be fairly accurate. So I highly recommend that. I'll have an affiliate link for that also in the description. And I'll catch you guys later.